That was a song that I learned growing up. It's called Daisy Bell.
Daisy Bell?
Yeah, it's an old song.
Daisy Bell. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Don't apologize. You were having fun.
I was having fun.
I have to now do therapy with you, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, how was the vacation?
Oh, I don't even know where to start. Like, um, so we went all over Michigan. It was so much fun. Um,
Oh,
so I liked it. What did we did a lot. So well, the drive there was about 12 hours. So it was a pretty brutal drive just getting there.
now where was your first stop?
Our first stop, well, let me grab my phone because I don't know the name of the places. Hold on a second. Do, 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 do. Near the Henry Ford Museum.
In Michigan Traverse?
Yeah, Traverse. Yeah,
Or
City
Traverse City?
Traverse. Yeah, Traverse City.
Yeah. Okay.
We went to the Greenfield Village, which is right next door to the Henry Ford Museum.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty cool. We got to,
Okay.
Mom did some stilts, like you know stilts, the poles.
Yeah.
I tried that. I failed miserably. Mom tried it. She failed miserably, and my sister tried, and she succeeded the moment she was on. She was just walking around all happy, like she made it look so easy. So it was that was our first like trip place we went to. We saw a lot of trains. Like there's a big train that goes around the whole entire place. We wanted to go on that, but that was okay. We can't go anywhere. And then we went to see a couple. We went to Empire, Michigan. I don't know where that is, but
I don't know where that is either. That's interesting. Okay.
somewhere north of um, Traverse City.
Okay.
Um, we went to the Sleeping Bear Dunes, sand dunes.
Oh, I that sounds familiar. Where is that located?
That's in Empire. It's just off the coast, so it's just a bunch of
Oh,
sand that glaciers made over thousands of millions, thousands of years.
so are there dunes there, or
Uh
what is it?
huh. It's
Did
sand
you
dunes.
go? Did you go surfing, like boarding on it?
They're not allowed to
Okay.
because the climb is 450 feet vertical. So it's a
Oh,
50-degree angle that you're climbing up. So it's a very steep angle. So you can surf down it. Like mom and my sister just went to the edge before I went. Like it went off like this and then dropped off. So they went to the edge, took a picture of that. It was pretty cool. And then they have this warning. It says avoid getting stuck at the bottom. And it said lake levels are very high. The only way to get out is up. Rescue costs $3,000. So keep yourself and your rescuers out of danger. There was a big sign you couldn't miss the moment you got to the beach. It's there. It said warning. So we have observance, and the people look like ants from the observatory because it's
oh,
450 feet up from sea level.
yeah.
So they look like ants, and
But there's no water there, is there?
there is water. Yeah, it's
That's
rather
not.
intense.
This sounds. Let me ask you something. Does it have a little bit of red in it, the sand?
Um, let me take one on.
Because I feel like I heard about this that people can get down it, but going back up is like
Yes,
torrential.
it is red. It's partially
Okay.
red.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of it, and people go into the water a little bit.
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So did you go down it and go up it?
Oh no! I did not. I was terrified. I'm afraid of heights. So I did the exact
Oh.
opposite. I stayed behind the railing.
Okay, now I understand. Okay.
So yeah, that was really fun. Then we went. on Lake Michigan. Um, Man, it was just amazing. Really, it was.
Michigan is beautiful, isn't it?
It is. And then the sunset.
Like the ocean. Sorry.
The sunset was amazing. I couldn't take a picture of it. And you know the sad thing about this whole entire trip? So I have a GoPro, right? And I had a new SD card and I got new batteries. And so I got the batteries and I got the packs and I got to put them all in my bag. But I forgot the camera. So I had to rely on my phone to take the pictures and videos. And I was so upset. Every day I could have said, I was like, oh, only I had a GoPro, only I had a GoPro, only I had a GoPro. So it was fun. I made edits, edited videos throughout the trip, but it just took some time. It was shorter than uploading to the GoPro itself because that would take longer, but you still got to do the edits. It was still lots of fun.
Yay! Good.
So, yeah.
Did you go Mackinac Island at all or no?
We did go to Mackinac Island. That was our last island though, but I'll tell you about that later though. Sorry. So that was Empire. So we saw the dunes, and then we had the boat ride, and then we just went to the place called Bay Harbor, which is in Petoskey. I don't know how to pronounce it. We saw that, and it looks like its own little city. It was pretty, like where obviously the retired rich people go for because the lake's right there, so it has lake access, so you can just go on your mega yacht and just like you can get a mega yacht out there. That's how big the lake is. Like I look at our lake and it makes our lake look like a puddle. So it was just amazing. It just like you couldn't see the other side. You could see the horizon. You thought you'd be in the ocean. That's how big it was. It was just mind blowing how big it was. So that was fun. We didn't stay there very long. But then we went to the Sault Ste. Marie.
To Ste. Marie? Oh,
yes.
It's beautiful up there.
It was amazing. Yes. So we went to Soo Locks, which we saw the big cargo ships go through, and see the ships go through the lock. I've seen videos of it because I'm kind of interested in that kind of stuff. So I watched it. I saw it was a time lapse because you don't want to watch because it was about an hour. You're just sitting there waiting for the water to raise the boat up and then watching the boat slowly go out of the lock like at 2 miles an hour. It was ridiculous. So they sped it up. So it was nice. Guess how many gallons of water it takes to raise a boat?
I have no idea.
22 million gallons.
Wow. That's a heck of a lot of water, right?
It's a lot of water. And it's all gravity fed. It's not pumped. It's gravity fed.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then we saw a shipwreck, which is right next door to the locks, and just showed the weather and how like miscommunication between weather, how that would destroy ships when they went out of the harbor, and how like Ulysses S. Grant and Abraham Lincoln tried to create like better weather communications instead of like just telling you like, hey, it's gonna rain tomorrow, do you want to stay in or like risk the weather? No. So like they had to build the forecast, keep the forecast, maintain it. So they had a whole bunch of technology, but this was in 1800s. So so they couldn't send telegraphs because that was over land. You can't send over sea because there's no cables. So so they just made like a little newspaper, and you had to, when you got out the dock, it was right there. You had to pick it up and look at the weather and say, is it good enough that it's gonna, should I stay in or should I go out to sea again, kind of thing. So it was pretty interesting. Eventually it was upgraded to radio frequencies. When radios were invented, that was used on the ships, and the ships would navigate through the radio and say, hey, it's pouring, 10 hours away from where you are. May want to stay where you are. So communication obviously enhanced. So that was pretty cool. Then we didn't see a lot of shipwrecks per se, but a lot of artifacts that were part of ships.
Oh,
Like a
okay.
propeller, a telescope, a cup, like those kind of
Oh.
stuff. So it was pretty cool. We got some merchandise there as well. It was a lot of fun, really, really was.
Nice.
And then our next place, I believe, is Mackinac Island. Oh, we saw this great cathedral. Not really a cathedral, but it was a church. It was a cathedral. But it was St. Mary's Church. And then we climbed this building. Oh, hold on, let me show you a picture. Can you see it?
Yeah, where did you climb that?
That was on the locks, just across the street from the locks.
Oh, okay.
And it was a church. Like the bells, where the bells would toll. And now it's just a museum. And it was about 40 flights of stairs up.
Wow.
And then 40 flights down. So we were high up. We could see a lot. We saw a cargo ship go by the locks as well while we were there.
Nice.
It was an amazing view. Just stunning. So, and then Mackinac Island was our last trip. We saw the Grand Hotel.
It's a beautiful spot. I love it.
I don't know what direction it faces, but whatever direction it faces the water. So it's a beautiful view. We saw Arch Rock, which is just it's a wall of rock that over thousands upon thousands of years eroded the middle of it.
Okay.
So it left this arch in the middle and looks like something you see in like Colorado. So it was kind of cool.
Did you go bike riding on
We did. We biked the perimeter of it, and it was okay. I'm not gonna lie. There were a lot of horses on that island.
Well, that's how everybody gets around. So
And
yeah.
I realized that, and I said, "Where the hell are all the cars? Why are there cars on the island?"
No cars. It's a car-free zone.
And I said, "Wow, they must be the cleanest island." And they were, despite all the horses that like their waste would just be on the road. It would be disgusting. But people would just come and.
But the water there's like the ocean. It's so beautiful and clear.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
Nice.
we're biking. We're seeing like people in like. I saw a tandem. Where did you see a tandem on an island? I was like blown away.
Cool.
And it was, of course, it was a little kid. Not really pedaling, it's the father doing all the work, and the little kid was just having her legs on the pedals. So it was kind of cool.
Now, did they, when I was there, did you go up to the fort?
We did go to the fort, and then we saw the gazebo. I forget what movie it was in, but the gazebo is just south of that in the woods. It's hidden, but it's in the woods.
So we celebrated July 4th up at that fortress, that fort up on the hill.
Uh-huh.
It was ultra cool, and then there were fireworks at night, but it was just amazing. It was really fun. Because they reenacted, the whole day was set back in 1776.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really neat. Yeah, that's
It cost
good.
$20 to get in there, so we didn't go in the fort. We walked around and peered inside the main gate. Because it got expensive. Because we had spent like accumulated that day about $200.
Oh my.
Because we had to get lunch, we had to buy the bikes, we had to rent the bikes, we had to return the bikes. So it was expensive.
Lots to do. Oh.
Yeah. But it was really fun. Guess how much the Grand Hotel... We went in the Grand Hotel. We had lunch there at the Grand Hotel.
Nice.
And we saw the secret garden. And then we saw We saw the front of it, the front yard, which was really cool. My dad and I went down there. It was just amazing. I had a lot of
Good.
fun.
And how did everybody get along?
It was Trish's birthday that day. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, no one.
Okay.
Okay. So we saw the hotel, and guess what? Guess how much money that place makes a year?
The Grand Hotel?
Yeah.
I don't know. Gazillions.
$74 million a year.
Oh, that's a pretty nice chunk of change.
It is. And I said, how much did it cost to build it back in when it was built? It only cost $500,000.
Wow. They've made some, right? Good investment profit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And so it was built in like 9 months. It was built in like 9 months, 10 days, and...
Did you stay on the island, or you just spent the day there?
We spent the day there. We didn't get to stay on it because we didn't really
Okay.
plan on it. We had to go back to our hotel. That was on the mainland.
Okay.
But it was pretty amazing.
Nice. Yay.
Yeah.
Now, you guys drove out there, or how did you do this?
We did drive. We drove the whole way.
Oh, how many hours did it take you to do
I
that?
think 12. We had to stop for gas, obviously, and stop for snacks and eat, go to the bathroom, that kind of stuff. But it took 12 hours. It would have taken 10, but it took 12. With all the stops.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
It was interesting.
Yeah, I'm very happy for you that you had such a good time.
Yeah, I did. It was really fun. I'm glad. So,
Now, how did everybody get along, though? That was my big question of the day. Like, how was that?
at the end of the day, we had to kind of sleep together, so we had to just say, like, okay, let's put a different design, just go to sleep. Let's not, like, yell at each other from across the room kind of thing. So,
Okay.
it was nice. I played soccer with her. I biked with her. Played soccer again with her. I played a lot of soccer. We met, and then we went to Canada.
Oh, you did? Did you go on the Sault Ste. Marie, Canada side, or when did you go?
No, we just went there to visit our cousins.
Oh.
Our first removed cousins. It's really complicated. I don't know how a family tree must have been cut in half and then regrown because it's how complicated it is. But apparently we have cousins in Canada, so we just visited them. It was really nice.
That is nice. Good. Very nice.
I forget where in Canada. It was really nice, wherever it was. There are a lot of windmills, okay? Those windmills, those blades are
The
huge.
vine, what do they call them? They're called something, though. They're, wind combines. Combines? Is that how they
Combines?
say them?
I don't know, but they were windmills in America.
They're big, right?
They're huge. Beach O' Pines. It's Beach O' Pines is where we went to in Canada.
Oh, okay.
So that's just a little bit north of the mainland from the border.
Nice.
So we got to visit them. That was really fun. And then as well as what else did we do? And then we drove home that day.
So what made you guys pick Michigan?
Well, we had to go to a wedding.
Oh.
And so we decided, since we were there, and it would take such a long time, we might as well make our time worth it. Since it was Trisha's birthday, we had the wedding, and we were in Michigan. We might as well take 2 weeks and just combine all our great experience together. So.
Very nice.
Yeah. It was.
Now, was this your first time there or not?
I've been there before, just not during a wedding. We see our cousins, our actual related cousins, not removed, but our actual legit cousins.
So how was the wedding itself?
It was from 8 o'clock at night to 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was a pretty long. We stayed till about 10, And I stayed up till about 1 o'clock because I had a lot of caffeine and just was full of energy. So I said I could have just stayed at the party and could have had someone drive me to the hotel. 'Cause everyone that went to the wedding went to either our hotel or the hotel 2 blocks down the road. So it wasn't like it was a big traverse to get from the wedding to the hotel. Like anyone could have brought me home.
Okay,
So
gotcha. But
It
you
was-
had a good time.
it was really fun.
Yeah.
I asked my cousin, I guess would be next in line for like getting married and all that, the second oldest. When she was getting married, she said when the bride has a kid and he's in 4th grade, that's when I will be getting married. So give her 15 years.
Mm.
And I said, okay, that sounds pretty legit. Like that's cool. So it was nice. The wedding was really nice. It was at the Henry Ford Museum.
That's cool.
So yeah, we got
That is really cool. So tell me, how do they do that? That's a pretty swift thing.
So the wedding ceremony was outside. It was in this real private area inside the museum. So you just had the everyone say their vows, put the ring on, kiss, and then everyone kind of went inside, had a little bit to eat. Then the party moved into this huge grand hall where the airplane is. There's a huge airplane, and so the wedding feast and the music and entertainment was under the belly of the plane. So
Wow.
it was really amazing.
Sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah, we had 3-course meal and then we had dessert.
Good
So
for
it
you.
was it was amazing. We had they were like, oh, the setup for the table really made me angry because there were like 3 forks when you could have just used 1 fork.
Yeah,
There
but
were-
that's not how you do it in a fancy dinner.
No, I realized that.
Yeah.
And there were 4 knives and there were 2 spoons. I said, what a
Well, you
waste
need your
of
dessert, your
silverware.
soup. No, that's how you do it. Has mom taught you all the etiquette stuff
She
yet?
has, but like I've never had to apply the etiquette before.
Oh, okay.
Because I
There you
was
go.
too young to apply the etiquettes that she taught me. So
Yeah.
she's like, now that I'm older, I can apply the.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, it's nice. It's quite nice to be all fancied up and eat special like that. So
Yeah.
good. Well, it sounds like it was a blast.
And I had my first. Not tequila. It was
Oh, you're 21 now, right?
champagne. Champagne. I had champagne for the first
you got
time.
to drink. How did you like it or not like it?
I loved it. I asked for
Really?
a refill and they gave it to me. So I stayed away from the alcohol because my medicine and alcohol don't mix very well.
100%. So that was a smart move.
So I stayed with the margaritas and the Shirley Temples and club soda.
Okay.
So I was pretty, like sugar levels were pretty high. So that was just to keep me running because I would have passed out at 9
You were
o'clock.
tired.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
a lot we walked through the Henry Ford Museum, so we already saw the majority of the Henry Museum, and then we had to walk around, get pictures from all different locations. So there was a lot of walking, not a lot of sitting. There was a lot of walking,
Aw.
but it was felt good. I got my steps in for the day. I felt accomplished. Trisha could not join us, unfortunately, that day. So
Well, really, what happened?
she had a I don't know, headache, migraine. What's the difference really when you're that old? She couldn't really
Aw.
tell. She was just she had a bad headache and she was tired, so we just let her sleep in the hotel, get room service, get food from the room service or from the hotel.
Okay. Aw.
So we brought her dessert obviously, but we were really
Yeah.
that was it.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah. It was. But you know
So
Yeah, it
all
was.
good. Yeah. Any other mishaps?
Um, Not really, but okay, so we'll change topics real quick.
Yeah.
So, the voice in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was telling me to do the suicidal things, right?
Yes.
So the medication has kind of turned that voice off, right?
Well, that's good. Thank
Which
you,
is
God.
great.
Okay.
But now I have this voice. I named it Steve because it tells me to do things and I'll do them. But they're not like bad recommendations. It'll just tell me like, did you lock that door? Did you close this door? Did you lock? Like it'll tell me questions that I really don't think about, but it will. Like for bike riding, it said I was biking around Mackinac Island, and it said, "Alex, stop!" So I slammed on the brakes, and I said, "Oh my gosh, why am I stopping? Like, what's going on?" He's like, "Look to your left, and there's this magnificent house that if you pedal by, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's like you blink and it's gone." And it just said, "Look at that house. Now one day that could be your house." And I said, "That's a couple $1 million house right there. Not really my thing." So I said, and it said, "Get off, go look at it," because it was on tour, so you could just knock on the door, ask for a tour, and got it. So I got the tour, and so it was a pretty fancy house. I asked them how much it cost them to build. They said it only cost them $1 million back in the 1900s.
Wow.
And I know. And I said, only $1 million? Like, holy crap. They said, yeah, I had to get lumber here. Like, there was no raw. You could cut down your own wood and make it your own, but it wouldn't be very look very good. So just brought the materials from the mainland, had it imported here.
Okay.
So it was pretty cool. And then it just said how much would it cost to sell the house now, and this said it would cost $13 million.
Wow.
I said, wow, and it was prime real estate. It had a private beach, so I think it was only 5 acres of land, but it was undeveloped land. It was amazing.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I got on my bike, and the voice said, "Thank you for doing that." I said, "You're welcome." So it was well worth it. So, and then the voice, Steve, was like, so I'm watching YouTube videos because I forgot my camera, so I was looking at ways I could find the camera, like, remotely. And the voice said, "I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed." And I said, "You're right, you should go to bed." And it said, No. You need to go to bed, and I will go to bed. I said, "Okay, fine." So it was only 8 o'clock, so the sun had set, but it wasn't dark yet. And so I just said, "Okay, let's go to bed." Went to bed at 8:30, and boom, moment my head hit the pillow, I was out. And so I slept beautifully. The whole entire day was great.
But you don't hear this Steve guy when you're asleep.
No.
Okay. So it sounds like it's more of a guidance thing right now for you.
And I kind of like it. It's not suicidal or like negative. It's all positive and wants to talk.
It's all positive.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Good. Yay, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. But I don't want to even call it the bad voice. That sounds awful. But the voice that was sort of giving you trouble and challenging you is gone.
Yes, he's gone.
Okay. Good. Excellent. Okay, so we're having better weeks overall.
Yeah.
Taking your meds consistently?
Well, I missed one day, but that was because we ran out of medicine.
Oh, goodness.
So,
okay, do you have it now?
We have it now. CVS is going to call us in a couple hours we got 3 days worth of pills, but that's not enough. Obviously, we need more, so CVS is going to fill the rest of it today. They're going to call us at, I think, 6 and let us know if they filled it up or not, and then we're just going to come and get it. So yeah.
Good. Sounds like you're doing pretty darn well.
Yeah, I am.
Any depression or anxiety aside from, like, just that little voice thing?
No, not really. We're gonna have a couple social events. I'm gonna be going to the mall on Saturday, and I'm going to be hosting a party for the youth group in our church on Sunday. So I'm very
Nice.
excited. Love it.
Good. Very cool, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So things are good. Now, what's going on with the job situation?
Well, job application. I just applied at CVS yesterday, and we got some bad news about the Walgreens.
Oh, what happened?
So they said I was unreliable because I wasn't there consistently.
Where were you?
Well, I remember I went to the hospital, I went on vacation, and so those
Okay.
affected the outcome. And I didn't think it would. I doubted it would happen. I doubted that would really affect it. But it did.
Okay. Oh,
So.
interesting.
Yeah. Really a shame. I got really mad, so.
Did they not know that you were taking time off?
Well, I would tell them. I would tell them I'm going on vacation. My manager would know that. But really, it doesn't really. Since I'm not even really working for them, I should be working with them. I think I was working against their time schedule. That they expected me to, like, Monday, oh, we were really busy, we needed you. Oh, but hey, I'm on vacation, or hey, I'm in the hospital, kind of thing. So I couldn't do anything, they couldn't do anything about it, so it just kind of went.
Oh. Wow, that's really a bummer, actually.
Yeah, it is.
So, okay, so that means that's gone, and so what's next for you then?
I'm gonna apply at CVS, AMC, the daycare center that I worked at,
Oh, okay.
and I have to go through Mr. K because if I'm gonna work there, I'm gonna need to talk to Mr. K about that. And
Okay.
another place. But I'm working, I'm trying.
Okay. Now is anybody helping you? Because didn't Ken's crew get you the Walgreens job?
They got me in the door, but they didn't confirm the job. That was a Walgreens decision to say